Hello, it's Mr. Dixon, your too cool for school counselor, back with another episode of Mr. Dixon's Doodles. Today, we're going to talk about goals and goal setting. First, we'll start by describing what a goal is, and then we'll discuss how we can set good goals by remembering the word FAST. Simply put, a goal is anything you plan to accomplish, the key word being plan. When we set goals, we think about the things we want to improve in and then make a plan about how we can do it. Let's look at an example of what a goal would be. Let's say you have a B in your math grade, which is good, but you know you can do better. You decide to set a goal to get your math grade up to an A. Now remember, after we have identified a good goal, we have to make a good plan in order to help us meet our goal. We can set great goals and plan them by remembering the phrase FAST. FAST goals are goals that are F, frequently discussed, A, ambitious, S, specific, and T, transparent. Let's start with F, frequently discussed. Frequently discussed goals are goals that we discuss and talk about with people involved in accomplishing them. So in the above example where your goal was to go from a B to an A, we would want to talk about these goals with our teacher, counselor, family members, and maybe even other students you think could help you meet that goal. Discussing our goals with others helps us to get on the same page with people who are involved in helping us to achieve them. For example, talking to this teacher about your goal would make it easier for them to help you and tell you what you need to do in class to make that goal happen. Now we'll talk about the A, ambitious. Ambitious goals are difficult but not impossible to reach. We want to set ambitious goals to motivate ourselves to push for the best and use all the potential that we have. Imagine if you decide to make your goal to get a B+ instead of an A. While that's still a good goal, it's not really going to push you to be your best and see what you can achieve. Besides, if you do all the things needed to get an A, you know you would at least get a B+ probably, so why sell yourself short? Go for the A. Now the specific part of FAST means that goals we set should be really clear. Imagine that instead of saying you wanted to get an A in math, you simply said, I want to get a better grade in math. Well, that can mean a B+, an A-, or even just a slightly higher percentage B than you had. When you get specific and say exactly what the goal is you're trying to meet, it allows you to measure your progress and break down the exact steps you need to take to get to that target. The last piece of a FAST goal is T, transparent. A goal that is transparent is clear and easy for everyone involved to see. Just like earlier when we went over frequently discussing our goals, transparent goals help us to stay on track to meet them. A good way to make your goal transparent is to write it down somewhere that you see a lot, or that you can go back to often to see the goal. Some people write it on their journals or on their phones too. When we see the goal often, not only are we reminded and motivated, but it also becomes more and more real to us. Remember, a goal is anything you plan to accomplish. Throughout life, we'll have goals in and outside of school. You can have personal goals, academic goals, family goals, and so on. In order to make a good plan and help us meet any type of goal, we can remember the word FAST. F, frequently discussed, A, ambitious, S, specific, and T, transparent. Basically, when we set big goals that are specific and clear to understand, and that we talk about with others that can help us, we have a much greater chance of meeting our goals. Setting and meeting new goals is how we make progress and work closer and closer towards accomplishing the dreams that we have. Now that you have this information, the only question is, what will your new goal be? That's all for our lesson on goals. Until next time, remember you are competent and capable, so always be confident. See ya!